Hey everyone, welcome to Life as We Know It. Hope everyone is doing well. Make sure if you didn't hit the like button, subscribe button, you should make sure you do so. This is a very first video, very special video, different type of content, never really explored before, but wanted to give it a shot, see how it does. Today we will be doing a very in-depth review of Travis Scott's new album, Utopia. I've been a big fan of Travis Scott and his art since about 2013 when I first heard his very first mixtape, Owl Pharaoh. Owl Pharaoh, to me at the time, sounded like nothing else I've ever heard before. I know there was a lot of production from Mike Dean, Wonder Girl, DJ Dahi, a bunch of other great producers. But to me, the sonics, the music, the just everything that was going on the project just sounded like nothing I had ever heard anything like before. It was truly incredible to my ears. I know there was also a lot of guest appearances from the likes of 2 Chainz, T.I., Wale, Toro y Moi, ASAP Ferg, Theopolis London, Paul Wall. I know Meek Mill. I know a couple other. I think I'm forgetting a few. James Fontley. I know he had a lot of guest features, but overall, just a really great project, really great body of work that I think everyone should check out if you haven't done so already. Here's that I've been listening to Travis, and he's continued to craft projects and put out music. I feel like he's definitely honed his sound. He's gotten better. Each project gets better and better as he releases. And, you know, over time, we've gotten projects like Days Before Rodeo, which is one of my personal favorites. I feel like it's definitely one of the best mixtapes of all time. You can definitely put it in that category. We got albums like Rodeo, Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight, definitely my favorite album. Astro World, phenomenal body of work. And now we're here today with Utopia. But for some reason, this one didn't get as much critical acclaim. It was highly anticipated, but it was met with a lot of backlash, even going as far as a company like Pitchfork giving it a super low review. So today we're gonna do a deep dive into it to see, is it really trash or does it pass? Does it have flying colors? Is it a phenomenal album? What do we think about it? So let's dive right in. Utopia released on July 28th, 2023 with 19 songs, a bunch of guest producers and features. Overall, I think the album is pretty good, but I think a lot of times albums, when they just encompass a lot of features, it tends to water them down. This particular album included guest features from Beyonce, 21 Savage, Playboi Carti, Drake, Tizo Touchdown, Sampha, Casey, James Blake, Young Lean, Young Thug, Kid Cudi. The list goes on. Feature almost every song. I don't think that takes away from the project itself, but definitely something to be noted. Definitely something to be noted. The album also followed behind with a short film titled Circus Maximus, also a title song on the project, but it didn't really focus so much on, I guess, how do I say it? It didn't focus so much on telling a story. It focused more so on just allowing us to see the mindset and the world Travis was living in and what he was trying to create with the project and showcase to us in the short amount of time, the hour and 20 something minutes I want to say the film is. Please make sure you go check it out too if you haven't. Not free promo for Apple, but definitely Travis promo. But overall, the film I think was pretty good. It just was a little lackluster in terms of direction and what he was trying to show. You know, the first half of the film is various shots, various scenes of Travis just moving throughout different cities. Looked like they may have been in Africa in one of them, but you know, it didn't really have a lot of direction necessarily in terms of what Utopia is for him and what he was trying to showcase to the fans. It seemed like it was just kind of like a counterpart film to go along with the album without really giving the album too much direction. I do think the second half of the film was really good. And overall, you know, all the performances were dope. It was really dope to see Young Lean and Tizo Touchdown on stage and turning up and performing songs with Travis. So I think he executed on that. And overall, I give the film probably, I say about a 7 out of 10. I do feel like it was a little lackluster and, you know, probably should have been more focused. But as a counterpart film for an album, I think he did pretty good. So kudos to you, Travis. Kudos. Jumping right into the album, I thought overall it was pretty good. I didn't end up deleting that many songs. I think there was a total of maybe 3 songs from the whole project that got deleted. My personal favorites were definitely Thank God with the uncredited vocals for Casey. Shout out to Casey. Meltdown with Drake. I probably would go Circus Maximus. That was a really good song. I love Telekinesis. The single K-pop was amazing to me. I felt like that was a really good way for Travis to not just open up and try something different, branch out to different groups, different demographics than he usually probably targets or draws in, but just a different way to approach the album, especially with Bad Bunny doing so well right now. So many numbers up on the board. But I think overall the project had a lot of features, maybe too many even. I know there's some that aren't even mentioned on here, like Sheck West was supposed to have an entire verse for Fiend, but I don't know what happened with that. The Beyonce song was amazing. The Rob 49 song was cool. But it was definitely a lot of features overall. I feel like he probably could have cut down on maybe the amount of features he had and just focus really heavy on the production and making, I guess, hit songs more than anything. Those songs that people were really looking for off Astro World, that same type of vibe. The party never ends, and stuff like that to just get people going. I feel like that was the one thing that this album was missing. A certified hit, a certified song to just really pop the album off, really kick the album off. I would definitely think the Drake song was one of the better songs on the album. I know out of the three that I deleted, I was not feeling Modern Jam at all. I felt like Modern Jam was not just a filler, a song you just throw in, but it sounded like a Big Daddy Kane song that they were trying to bring to the future. Wasn't a big fan of that, but I think overall he had a lot of other good songs. I didn't really like. There's another song I'm trying to think of. I didn't like the Kid Cudi song, the Love song. Wasn't a big fan of the West Side Gun song either. I did love Schizo. I'm a huge Young Thug fan. Huge Young Thug fan. Everything with the Weeknd that he touched was amazing. Playboy Cardi's Fiend song wasn't my favorite, but I know the Cardi fans and the Cardi community are gonna go crazy. I'm a fan myself. Been to the Cardi concert out in Utah, and it was amazing. A lot of energy, a lot of vibes, and I think that's usually what Cardi brings to the song. A lot of swag. But in terms of the song itself, I think Cardi's verse was very lackluster. He didn't say too much. It was kind of just like, oh shit, there's a Cardi verse out right now, and we haven't heard any new music from him. But I am very interested to hear what Cardi comes with next and see what he does next. Same with Tizo Touchdown. I know he has an album on the way. I think that'll be very interesting, especially all the features, all the different songs he's done with Don Tover, Tyler the Creator, everyone. So I think in terms of the features, Travis definitely knew who would accentuate what song. But when it came to picking the songs, when it came to putting it together, some of these just weren't the ones he should have went with. I think the transitions and the production were amazing on this album, and I think that's highly slept on. I think a lot of people were really just looking for that Astro World feel, as I said previously, something to, bob their heads to, something to turn up at the festival, create a mosh pit. I don't really see that happening to a song like Modern Jam or a song like My Eyes. God's Country, maybe something like that. I don't see it happening to the Beyonce song Del Resto Echoes. There's certain songs I just don't see it, but I think overall this album would do really well as it's done 500,000 copies. Let me correct myself. I want to say it's anticipated to sell another 80,000 copies this second week it's been out. So I think Travis is going to definitely sell and do numbers. The tour is probably going to be amazing. But, I think the biggest thing missing on this was just a major hit song and, maybe cutting down on the amount of features. He executed on everything else. I know the short film encompassed a couple of videos for the song. So, I think that'll be dope. But I would love to see more visuals for the songs, more ideas of what he was, trying to put out to us, show us image wise. And yeah, I think he did a great job overall. I think if I had to rate the album, I wouldn't do what Pitchfork said, a 5.7. Probably give it another 7 as well, same as the short film. Not his best project, not his worst project. Definitely could have, come a little bit more in terms of the party hits, the rage. But I think over the last 5 years, considering everything that's happened, maybe he wants to rebrand himself and tone it down a little bit. I know they were trying to say in Romania when he did the live show, initial release date, that, it was catastrophic. He caused all type of damage, which wasn't true. It didn't happen. So I think Travis may be trying to, rebrand himself and just stay away from the rage. Maybe, rebrand himself as just a musician, a pop star, somebody that's in Utopia in the galaxy. Like, I'm not the same as you guys. And I think overall this album would do good, but I am going to have to rate it a 7. I think the production, the transitions, just everything on it was phenomenal. It just was missing like a major hit. There were a lot of good songs, a lot of dope features. I love the Beyonce song. Amazing. Shout out to Beehive. But, it was definitely missing that major hit. But you guys let me know what you think below in the comments section. Make sure you like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think the Travis album was good? Do you think it was a 7? Do you think it was a 5.7? Do you agree with Pitchfork and think it was lower? Do you think it was a 10? You think it was a phenomenal album and everybody's just hating on it? Everybody doesn't want to see the rage take place. You guys let me know. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. This is Life as We Know It. You guys have a good one.